All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Down, ready, be ready. 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Ready, set.
On 1st down, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And 6.
Ready, blue 80. Like 25. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Bring it. Bang, 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 bang. Watch Dwight. Watch Dwight.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
You're not ready. You're not ready. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch out.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready. 280. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Deuce. Hey, white. Ready,
back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
South. Hey, high 7.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Hey, South. Hey, Urban. Mike's 59. You ain't got nothing. Gotta go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Ryan. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
51. Check.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, South. Mike's 59. Hey, Hayward.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Great. I got you.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Panthers 0.
Great. Rush in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try the air now with Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
I'm here all day. Great. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He opted to go with his scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
From the shotgun, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
59, ready, like 25. Tackles. Hey, Tuesday. 25.
On second down, Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Ready, like 25. Double dog, that's the way. Get up.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To throw is Ryan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Ryan. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 49.
Here's Grant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
54, south.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Ready? Ready? 8. And let's pin the mirrors back in the straight.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Here we go. We're going to set. Ready? 45. Ready?
Now Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready? 8. Right. Check 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got him. Express. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go. Ready?
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's 2nd down.
That's it. Ready? Freeze the mic. Man, that's trash. Gun. Mike's 43. Come on. Ready?
To throw again. Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Express. Check call. 45 to Mike. 45.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby, all day.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Gun.
Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Hey. Gun. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
From the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready. Check. Watch 54. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Ready, we're ready. 125. 59, Mike to 59. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan on the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Ryan to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Ryan in the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, foxtrot. Watch the screen.
Throwing again, Ryan. And a throw right sideline is complete. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ryan in the offense with a first and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. They toss to Freeman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Ready? Man left. Hey. Wait. Four down. Hey, exit. Lights 50. Space. Hey, watch the screen.
From the 16, Ryan. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now third down.
Ready? 25.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 17.
Express. Wait. Hey, echo.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go, let's go.
A gain on the play. Complete to Jakeem Grant. He steps out of
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
8. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
From the gun, Newton. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go.
A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Newton on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 22.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Operating from the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Come get some. Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throws Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth. And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Newton now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Going for it all. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey! 25 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Go.
One last throw here for Newton. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.